OMG BBG! Welcome back to another BeybladeGeeks video. Today we got a brand new September release. This is B202 Random Booster Volume 30 with the prize bay Win Nights.
Can't believe we made it to Random Booster Volume 30. Beyblade Burst really has come a long way.
This actually comes with 5 bays that you can get from this set. So less bays for you to hunt to collect them all, which is kind of nice. Win Knight's actually the evolved version of Air Knight from a couple of generations ago, owned by the anime character Kit. Do you guys remember that?
Another initial thought I have about this release is that I did not think that Air Knight was going to get an evolution, you know what I mean?
So yeah, it's gonna be nice to see a stamina type actually become relevant in BU again, hopefully, crossing my fingers. Collect all of them and you can make your own red version of Win Knight. And if you actually collect most of them, you can create the Demon Sword version of Cyphoid Excalibur. So a special like hidden prize bay for you. That's pretty cool in this random booster.
At first glance, I'm not really feeling the colors of this random booster that much. I'd say that the Zyphoid Belial looks the best.
So yeah, top right here actually shows the Demon Sword version that you can create by collecting most of the other ones. So at least even though we get some wacky colors like you said, Brendan, we can create something cool out of it. So around the box we see some images of the 2 gimmicks, the 2 modes that you can create with Win Knight. So we'll explore that once we open up the box. And the back of the box shows you all the different other combos that this random booster comes in. On the bottom here it shows us the new DB core gimmick.
Nice that they're finally doing something with the core again.
Yeah, definitely nice to see some variety. Some new gimmicks with the DB core other than just the bound abilities or the burst locks that we always see. And then from Win Knight, we also have a BU lock system. So the disc is Moon. Moon is also a BU lock compatible disc, which is cool. Maybe they should have just called this Bay Moon Knight, right? The Marvel character? Maybe not. Copyright reasons. We got the whole set and a couple of extras. So before we get started with this unboxing, make sure you guys are subscribed and click on that bell notification icon so you guys don't miss the next video. Check us out on Instagram at Geek Dosage and on TikTok at BeybladeGeeks Official. We actually haven't received a lot of stamina type releases recently, so this could actually change things up a bit.
Feels like Takara Tomy went so technical with this design. Upper force, down force. Sounds good on paper, but is it actually going to be good?
I'm sure there are some Kit and Knight fans out there, so this BU release is for you. Unboxing time with all of these random booster. Usually they take a long time because we have to put the stickers on, so we will make sure the stickers are on because that's part of the fun with Takara Tomy Beys. Alrighty, all the stickers are on, and this is the complete Random Booster Volume 30 set. So, colors-wise is all over the place. I do want to show you those special combos though, before we move on to a more detailed look at Win Knight. So the Cyphoid Excalibur Demon Sword version can be found from right here, so that's Cyphoid. And then we have Excalibur right over here. That's the Excalibur DB core. And then you could have a Xandus disc with the sword dash driver. So that's how you can assemble your Demon Sword version. This is how it looks once you have it together. What do you guys think? It's almost like a good reason to buy this whole set. The other special combo that you can create is a red version of Win Knight actually. So if you happen to be unlucky and you don't get the prize bay and you get Win Kerbeus, you can grab the Win from here. And then you can get the Knight DB core, the golden one from Prominence Knight. And then you can get the Moon disc, which is the special one from right here. And then you can get the brand new Bounce driver right here as well. So that's how it looks like when you have the red version of Win Knight.
It's so crazy that Takara Tomy actually allowed the buyers to create the prize bay without actually getting the prize bay. Minus the 6 armor, of course, but you can just get that somewhere else. So if you think you're unlucky by getting the other 4 bays and not the prize bay, you can pretty much still make it.
We'll briefly go over the other bays that we get other than Wind Knight. So bay number 2 from Random Booster Volume 30, Prominence Knight, Legacy Sword Dash with the 1 armor. So the brand new part here is Knight. You can get the Knight DB core. I would be pretty happy with this combo because Prominence is pretty promising. So if you don't already have one, this is a good way to get it. Legacy and Sword Dash is pretty meh. Bay number 3 is Devil Excalibur Moon High Wave Dash. So Moon is a brand new disc here, super round, super cool. And High Wave Dash. So High Wave Dash is a brand new part introduced in this random booster. Not a huge fan of Wave. It's a balance type driver that's got a tip in the center and a ring around it that's also covered in ridges.
I actually kind of like the purple and black combo they got going here.
Giving this driver a bit of a high, tall upgrade is interesting. Let us know what you guys think. Bay number 4 is Wind Corbeia Sandus Bounce with a 4 armor. The part that you want to get from this is of course the Wind Blade. And if you care enough, the Bounce driver is also brand new too.
I think that hands down for me, Wind Corbeia looks the worst. It looks like some sort of like Hasbro Bay or almost like some McDonald's Happy Meal prize. That's just me though. At least if you get this bay, you get 2 of the newest parts. Bay
number 5 is Cyphoid Belio Karma Destroy Dash with a 10 armor. So the part that I would look for in this is probably just Cyphoid. Belio 1 is just not important. And Destroy Dash, I'm sure you have like a ton of these by now. So not the most important release in this one. But you do need it to complete your Demon Sword version, so I guess you can't skip any of them. Now let's dig into the meat, Wind Knight. This one is interesting. We'll take everything apart and show you bit by bit. On first glance, the DB core doesn't look that crazy, but if you put some pressure on it, it actually swivels. And it also includes 4 BU locks, so that's pretty crazy. It doesn't seem that OP, like if you try to unclick the bay, it doesn't seem like extremely tight, but I think it does need that 4 BU locks to reduce the rattling going on, especially when that whole like teeth part swivels around like crazy.
So cool that Takara Tomy gave the DB core an extra function. They don't do it very often.
Now let's take a look at the Wind Blade. This thing is beefed up compared to your Air Knight from the previous version. It looks really similar though. You guys probably know by now, a circular bay is the perfect bay. So this thing looks super crazy circular. With Air Knight, it is pretty circular from above, but if you look from below, the opponents usually get caught underneath there, which creates those recoil, right? So with this upgrade, with this Wind Blade should negate that. Other than it being super circular, you also have a special gimmick with this bay. The Wind Blade, you can actually change the mode to upper force mode or down force mode. So how this works is through the power of science and aerodynamics. When you unlock the tabs and twist it, it actually changes the orientation of where the plastic is going. So the wind will actually get forced down, helping your bay create some upper force movement. When you twist it the other way and change the mode, when you see blue, that's downforce mode. So in that mode, since the bay is right spinning, it creates downforce by sucking the air from above.
So upper mode to be a little bit lighter on its feet, increase the spin time, or downforce to be more stable. I wonder which one we'll use more, but to be honest though, downforce sounds like it will be more useful overall, especially with how hard BU bays and DB bays hit nowadays. Unless, of course, you're going up against like another defense or stamina type maybe.
So in theory, that sounds really cool and all, but I wonder how it'll work in the stadium. In my opinion, I think these two modes are going to be negligible, but it definitely is scientific. Probably just not as extreme as what you see in the anime. Moving on to the moon disc. So fitting with the whole theme being circular. So this moon disc looks a lot like Expand. Very circular. It's got some heft to it and also have that BU lock. Interestingly enough, they gave us a 9 armor, which is interesting. It's definitely uniform, but it would have been nice to see like a 3 armor or a 9 armor, or like maybe just use a 0 armor since those are more competitive. Seeing that there are 3 air vents on Wind Knights, maybe a 3 or a 9 would have looked better. And then the driver is Bounce. So this is interesting. The tip is retractable, sort of like nothing, but the spring is not that strong. So just a little bit of pressure, that tip will go downwards. But overall, it just looks a little bit prone to scraping.
I actually really like the cutouts on the new Wind Knight. Seems more purposeful for sure. Overall, the new Wind Knight looks a bit rounder as well, which is cool. No more big gap compared to Air Knight, so that's a plus right there. I like that they made Moon round. It's consistent with the energy layer. Yeah, like I said earlier, BU lock is sick and all, but it's not like end all be all. Excalibur still bursts a ton, and the teeth is looking a little shallow, a little small on this new Bey, so yeah, it's gonna need all the help it can get.
It would be cool to see this gimmick come into play in the stadium, right? If you're getting hit like from below, you just kind of absorb the attack by shifting up like this instead of getting knocked out. But yeah, I wonder if that will work out like we expect in the stadium. That would be like an anime moment, you know?
Hopefully Wind Knight ends up being a banger. Super round Bey does look pretty good when it's all together. My favorite Bey with a round design is still that Roar Bahamut from DB. Will this be better than that?
If we weigh this Bey, this whole combo weighs 73 grams, around there. So in comparison to like our Zeus Achilles, it's a lighter weight BU Bey for sure. But in general, I think this super circular part definitely it's promising. You know, although it doesn't have the crazy, you know, metal on top or any crazy blades, it's very fitting for a stamina type, so I have a feeling that this will do pretty well in your tournaments or your battles in general. It should be pretty fun to play around with. Test spin time! So right now we have the downforce mode. Wind Knight, 3, 2, 1, go shoot! Yo, this thing is low. Did not expect that. Because you would think that the driver having that ring around it, it would be like lifted up. So in this case, it might actually scrape a little bit. It's actually really thick too. But yo, stable, stamina king, hopefully, right? Okay, so I have the red version here, and I actually end up making the red version into the upper force mode. And then the blue original version, the downforce mode. So let's just do the up mode. It's like, is there any significant difference that we can tell right away? Probably not. All right, let's just do a quick test battle. Test battle, 3, 2, 1, go shoot. All right, we got Gatling Dragon in the house.
Attack, burst it, spin finish.
Yo, Stamina King or what? Okay, 3, 2, 1, go shoot. Okay, attack tech this time, Sideboard Excalibur, the Demon Sword version.
Air Knight just chilling, taking the hits pretty well.
Woohoo! Sick. I don't know, the results seem like this seems like a pretty decent stamina type, like really decent. I guess we you gotta stay tuned to our future battles.
I want this Wind Knight to fly in the air like it would if it was in an anime.
If you end up buying the whole set of Random Booster Volume 30, you might as well just change it up. Just make your original Wind Knight, make the Wind Knight in the red version, and also make your Sci-Foil Excalibur Demon Sword version. Not even mad at this point, buying all the Random Booster Volume 30, you buy 5 Beys, but you actually get 3 rare Beys. So overall, Wind Knight is a pretty decent release. At first, when I saw this release come out with only 5 Beys, I was pretty disappointed. But I think after uncovering all the little gimmicks with Wind Knight, this one seems pretty promising. So let us know in the comment section below what you guys think. It's finally nice to see a stamina type maybe become more relevant. So I'm looking forward to some OP battles with the Super Circular Bey. That's it. Make sure you guys like the video, subscribe, and as always, geeks out!